Hello children, welcome to Story Time with Aunty Roo. Are you ready for a new adventure? Shall we begin? Say, Yestoryd! Today is Lord Krishna's birthday. Lord Krishna's birthday is celebrated in India as the festival of Janmashtami or Gokulashtami. And as always, our friends in Storyland are celebrating this festival with a lot of enthusiasm. Shall we go and join in the festivities? Storyland has been beautifully decorated with flowers. And look, here is the temple of Lord Krishna. The entire temple is lit with colorful lights and bright diyas. Inside the temple, the idol of baby Krishna has been adorned with beautiful clothes and is kept in a golden cradle decorated with flowers. Do you know, children, during Janmashtami, the puja of Lord Krishna is performed at midnight? To know why, let me tell you the story of his birth. Thousands of years ago, in a place called Mathura, situated in the present state of Uttar Pradesh, ruled an evil king named Kans. Kans had a sister named Devki. He decided to marry her to his friend Vasudev. When Kans was returning to the palace with Devki and Vasudev after their wedding, a divine voice thundered from the sky and said, "The eighth son of Devki will kill you, Kans." Hearing this, Kans got very angry and drew out his sword to kill Devki. But Vasudev pleaded with him to spare her life. Vasudev also promised that he would hand over each child born to Devki to Kans. Kans agreed to this and immediately imprisoned Devki and Vasudev. Their prison was constantly guarded by many soldiers. Every time Devki gave birth to a child, Kans would come to the prison and kill the baby. He wouldn't listen to Devki's pleas of sparing her baby's life. And so years passed. Finally, the day came when Devki was about to give birth to her eighth child. Kans was restless throughout the day, as this was the child that was destined to be his slayer. That night it rained heavily. At midnight, Devki gave birth to a baby boy. As soon as the baby was born, a bright light flashed and all the guards fell into a deep slumber. A divine voice called out to Vasudev and instructed him to take the baby boy to the village of Gokul on the opposite bank of river Yamuna to the house of Nand and Yashoda. There, Vasudev was to exchange the baby boy for Nand and Yashoda's newborn baby girl. As the divine voice faded, the prison door opened. Vasudev carried the baby. But when he reached the bank of river Yamuna, he wondered how he would cross the river. At that exact moment, the river parted and made way for Vasudev to cross to the other side. Sheshnag, the king of serpents, came and provided a roofing canopy to protect the baby from the rains. This way, finally Vasudev reached Nand and Yashoda's house. He bid farewell to his son and carried the baby girl back to the prison. No sooner did he reach the prison than the guards woke up and gave Kans the news of the baby's birth. Kans immediately rushed to the prison, took the baby girl and flung her towards the prison walls to kill her. However, to his surprise, the baby girl rose in the sky and took the form of a goddess and told Kans that his slayer was already safe and sound somewhere else. Hearing and seeing this miracle, Kans was both scared and shocked. Meanwhile, the villagers of Gokul rejoiced at the birth of a baby boy born to their beloved Nand and Yashoda. This was the story of the birth of Lord Krishna. Therefore, a puja is performed on Janmashtami at midnight. That is the time when Lord Krishna is believed to have taken birth. Now children, there are many other rituals followed in different parts of India to celebrate this festival. There is a story behind all these rituals. I'll tell you some of these stories. Krishna was a very mischievous child. His favorite food was white butter or makhan. He, along with his friends, used to enter the houses of gopis and eat the makhan that was stored in their houses. Soon, everyone started tying the pots to the ceiling so that Krishna could not reach it. But Krishna soon came up with a plan. He asked his friends to make a human pyramid by climbing one over another. Krishna would then climb at the top of this pyramid, reach out to the pot and eat the makhan while sharing it with his friends. And this ritual is still celebrated by the name of Dahi Handi, where people remember and recreate this aspect of his childhood. Krishna used to dress up, go out with his friends and play the flute. Gopis would hear the melody of the flute and come and dance to the music. Amongst all the gopis, Radha especially used to adore him. Even on the darkest nights, she would answer the call of Krishna's flute and come rushing to meet him. This dance and play of Krishna with the gopis came to be known as Ras Leela. And during Janmashtami festival, this Ras Leela is celebrated, where young boys and girls dress up as Krishna and Radha and perform dance and drama. Now coming to one of the most interesting part of the celebration, that is the prasad offered to Lord Krishna on Janmashtami. Can you guess what prasad is offered to the Lord? Yes, makhan and milk products. But hold on, not just milk products, but a feast of no less than 56 items, known as Chappan Bhog, is offered to the Lord on this day. These food items include kheer and milk products, rice, dal, vegetables, dry fruits and many other dishes. Why? There is a story behind this too. People of Gokul used to celebrate a festival to worship and thank Lord Indra for the rains that would help grow their crops. It so happened that Krishna encouraged the people of Gokul to pray to Govardhan mountain instead. Govardhan mountain used to provide food and shelter to the villagers and their cows. Lord Indra, hearing this, got very angry and created a terrible thunderstorm over Gokul. The houses and cattle of many villagers were swept away. Heavy rains continued and the villagers panicked. Krishna realized that this was Lord Indra's doing and decided to teach him a lesson. He told the villagers not to panic and led them to Govardhan mountain. He then lifted the mountain on his little finger and used it as an umbrella over the villagers and the cattle. He stood and protected his people from the rains for 7 days until Lord Indra realized his mistake and stopped the rains. The villagers thanked Krishna for saving them. It is said that Krishna would eat 8 meals in a day, and since he had not eaten anything for these 7 days, the villagers made a feast of 56 dishes for him as a sign of love and gratitude. And this is the reason why Chappan Bhog, which means 56 food items, are offered to Lord Krishna on his birthday. Interesting, isn't it? Now, after hearing this story, I'm sure all of you are feeling very hungry. That's great, because guess what? Our Storyland friends are having the Chappan Bhog feast and we are invited. So come on, let us thank Lord Krishna and dig into our feast. And now, after that yummy, licious meal, let us bid farewell to the festivities and head back home. I hope you all had fun today. Children, Lord Krishna was humble and always smiled. He was a great friend, son and guide. And he always believed in good and fought for destruction of evil. There are many more stories from his life, but we are short on time. You can read more about them and tell me which is your favorite Krishna story. And now, children, it is time for me to say goodbye to you. But, as always, I will be back again with a new adventure. Till then, goodbye and take care.